Our star speaker has finally arrived, so please take your seats and join me in welcoming Senator Karen Tallian.
This is always my favorite audience because you're, well.
We love you.
Yeah, thank you. Listen, thanks for being here today, and thanks for doing this. You know, Senate Bill 580 is year number 3 for me on trying to get the ball rolling and keep things moving along. As you know, we have had a number of states, and you know, you guys, I probably don't need to tell you this. This is not who I usually make my speeches to, but I usually talk to people about the 15 other states that have chosen decriminalization. Pardon? 17, all right. Well, I usually say 15 have chosen decriminalization and 19 have made arrangements for medical marijuana. And Steve may have some updates for me for this year. But we had a little bit of a setback this year, I'm sorry to tell you. Previously, this bill was always assigned to the Criminal Corrections Committee, and the chairman of that committee, Senator Steele, was always very amenable to hearing this bill. And I believe that if Senator Steele had still been the chairman of that committee this year, I would have gotten a hearing and I would have gotten it out of committee. However, we had a problem. Senator Steele took over the chairmanship of the Judiciary Committee, and Senator Mike Young is now the chairman of the Criminal Corrections Committee. Senator Young has not been quite as amenable to giving this bill a hearing. But I don't think it's a lost cause. I really don't. I think he just needs a little persuasion. We actually had a conversation about this bill. I asked him if he would give me a hearing, and he said he wanted some specific information on a couple of things that were important to some members of his caucus. He wanted to know the biology of the medical stuff. He wanted to know an update on what the other states have done. And he wanted the arguments to show why this is not a gateway drug. And I said, I've got stacks. And he said, don't give me stacks, give me one stack. The point is that by asking for those 2 or 3 things, I now know what he's looking for and what is, you know, I think the kind of things that will be persuasive arguments. So I'm giving you that information for this reason. It's now your job, please help me, to go out and talk to all of your legislators, not just Senator Young. I know we unleashed the dogs on that earlier this year, and he got a few emails. But you need to go out to the rest of the legislators here and convince them that they're not walking a suicide plank if they support this bill. You know, that it would only put them in mainstream with the rest of the states and with the citizens of the state of Indiana, because every poll I've seen shows a good amount of support for doing what 560 offers. A lot of people want to move that farther than this, but I tend to be a very practical person, and I'll do whatever I can get done. So, thank you. Talk to your legislators, talk to them one-on-one, talk to them even when you're not in session, and say, look, don't you think that you can at least get to this point? Thank you.
We have Lisa Eckard, who's a researcher extraordinaire. She's on the board. Jamie Westmeyer is our secretary. She does a great job. Over there. She's also on board. And Jen Kane, who has been working with the board, done a lot of work for us. At the Eckard? Eckard Center. Okay. It's going to be a movie night. We're going to show some movies, have some snacks, and hang out. So if you come on by, that'd be awesome. The details will be on the Norml Facebook page. And we are asking for $10 suggested donation for that to cover the rent. You get it. So I hope to see you then as well. So, all right. Well, Lisa would like to say a couple of words. I'm going to have you come on up here.
First, I'd like to thank everybody for coming. And I'd like to say that I think that we have another year, of course, but I think that everybody needs to start educating people around you, educate your family, educate the legislators. And I think that is our key, is education. Once you start learning things and you start talking to others, you can change minds. I've done that before. I've changed people's minds who I never expected to agree with me. Something real quick I'd like to also say is that Jack and I went to the Farmers Union annual board meeting Saturday, and the farmers are on board with this. They want to see things change. Not only are they on board because of industrial hemp, they're looking at the figures that we have on relegalization, and they're like, why are they doing this? They agree with relegalization for recreational, for industrial hemp, for medical. So that's one ally we've got. And if anybody knows of another group that we can reach out to help us,